Do you ever get that feeling? You're grabbing all these interesting ideas, saving articles, noting things down,
Uh-huh.
but then they just sort of sit there, like a digital pile of good intentions.
Oh, absolutely. It's that classic information overload problem. We consume so much, but actually doing something with it, that's the challenge.
Exactly. It's turning knowing into doing. And that really seems to be the promise behind this second brain idea we're digging into today, based on the material you shared.
Yeah, the sources frame it really consistently. It's essentially an external system you build yourself.
Right, like an outboard hard drive for your thoughts.
Kind of, yeah. It's designed to capture, then organize, and importantly, retrieve your knowledge when you need it. The aim isn't just storage, it's about reducing stress, boosting your actual output.
And hopefully making you more creative by connecting ideas.
Precisely, turning all that info you collect into real results.
Okay, so how do these sources say we actually, build this? There seem to be two core parts everyone mentions, C.O.D.E. and P.A.R.A.
That's right. C.O.D.E. is the workflow. Think of it as the steps you take with any piece of information. Capture, organize, distill, express.
C.O.D.E. Okay, so
Yeah.
capture is step one, just getting stuff in, ideas, notes, quotes, whatever strikes you.
Exactly. Get it out of your head, off the web page, into a place you trust. But the sources are clear. Don't just hoard everything. Capture what resonates, what feels useful.
Useful for later action, maybe?
Yes, that leads to organize. And the key insight here is organizing for action, not just for filing things away forever. How relevant is this to what I'm doing now or soon?
That's a shift. Okay, then distill. This sounds important.
It really is. It's about boiling down your notes to their essence, summarizing, finding the core message so your future self can grasp it quickly.
Like writing the key takeaway on a sticky note.
Sort of, yeah. You're engaging with it, making it more potent. And then finally, express. This is the payoff.
Where you actually use it.
Right. Create something, share it, make a decision, build the presentation, write the report. It's the output that makes the whole system worthwhile.
Okay, that's the C.O.D.E. workflow. But where does all this captured and organized stuff actually live? That brings us to P.A.R.A., doesn't it?
It does. P.A.R.A. is the organizational structure, just 4 main folders or categories for basically everything. Projects, areas, resources, archives.
Projects that sound straightforward, things you're actively working on.
Yep. Short-term efforts with a clear goal and usually an endpoint, like finish Q3 budget or plan vacation.
Got it. Then areas. How are they different?
Areas are your ongoing responsibilities. Things you need to maintain a standard in, but they don't really finish. Think personal health, finances, client management.
Ah, okay. Long-term versus short-term. Projects end, areas continue.
Exactly. Then you have resources. This is for topics of interest, hobbies, research, things that aren't tied to a specific project or area right now, but you want to keep track of.
So notes on artificial intelligence or gardening tips might go there.
Perfect. And finally, archives. This is simply where inactive items from the other 3 categories go. Completed projects, past areas, resources you're done with.
Keeps things tidy. Out of sight, but not deleted.
Right. So C.O.D.E. is how you process. P.A.R.A. is where you put it.
Now this sounds like, well, it could become a project in itself. How do the sources suggest you actually start without getting overwhelmed?
Good point. The advice is pretty consistent. Start simple. Choose one Notes app you like. Could be anything, really. Apple Notes, Notion, Evernote, Obsidian. The tool matters less than the habit.
So focus on capture first. Just get stuff in.
Yes. Make capturing frictionless. Then just create those 4 P.A.R.A. folders. Don't overthink it initially. Start sorting new things into them. It'll evolve.
Progressive steps, not a giant leap.
Exactly. There are more advanced techniques like progressive summarization, which builds on Distill or linking notes, but you don't need that day one.
Okay, so let's make it concrete. The article example from the source was helpful.
Right. So you're writing an article, you'd capture interesting research, quotes, ideas into your system, maybe tag them under a relevant resource topic like productivity. Then, when you decide, okay, I'm writing this article, you create a project for it.
And pull the relevant notes from resources into that project folder, or link them.
Yeah, you organize the needed materials for that specific task. Then you'd look through those notes and distill them, find the key arguments, structure your outline,
Making it easier to actually write.
which is the express step. You sit down and write the article, drawing on those distilled notes within your project. See how it flows from capture to output.
Yeah, I do. It connects the dots from just having information to actually achieving something with it.
And that's really the core benefit, isn't it? Moving past that feeling of drowning in saved tabs and notes.
And towards feeling like You can reliably find and use what you know when you need it. You're building a system you can trust.
Which brings us back to that final thought that jumped out from the material. If your knowledge is just stored, if it's not being distilled and expressed, is it really knowledge? Or is it just, well, digital clutter?
Makes you think. What's one thing, just one insight maybe you came across today that you could capture right now and start that C.O.D.E process with? Maybe move it towards action.